Test 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 test.
ini.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Tita, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, say, I'm habis workout, sir.
Sebentar. Ini, eh, Tirta, ini di live streaming loh, Tirta. Tahu nggak? Ini,
Loh, iya. Oh iya, iya. Direkam ya? Ah, tidak boleh enggak? Tidak boleh enggak?
we need to waiting for the Saseng. Saseng is a Ton developer for Ton C. You know Ton C? Ton
Ya,
S
I know.
E A. And Saseng is from India. Well, we just repeat like English English class, yeah.
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 Thank you, sir. So now I'm going to take a bath because I am from workout. So maybe I'm late
Oh, it's okay. It's
for
okay.
the live streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ini nanti mungkin ini sih campuran aja. Jadi kalau si Sase ngomong ya kita Inggris. Terus kalau sesi pertanyaan ya mungkin bahasa Indonesia. Nanti tanya di kolom
Hmm.
komen di chat kolom chat. Tapi suara
Loh,
aku clear nggak? Mas.
clear sih, clear.
Oh. Iki
Loh,
sing bisa
ini
sing
peserta
iso cek.
hackathon ini gak mlebu Zoom.
Duh, bisa dah. Gak ada rusuh dah, jujur. Enggak dah.
Justru justru mending DKS Zoom
Gak
menurutku
ada rusuh nggak
daripada
ngono iki?
mereka enggak sih. Kan mereka peserta, gak ada rusuh anjir. Kecuali wong random niku iso rusuh. Lah peserta menurutku yo gak ada lah rusuh. Soalnya lah
Oke.
deke streaming YouTube tok, iku koyo apa ya kehadiran pesertanya iku kan gak ngetoki sih. Lah Zoom kan iso ngetoki siapa sing hadir ngono. Ya menurutku aja sih, nek deke nangis gitu tuh gak apa-apa sini. Saran aja sih.
Hmm. Oh, link Zoom-nya ditaruh YouTube kah? Hmm?
Ah, enggak, kan ono grup iki kan, ono grup peserta Pinggo kan.
Ada.
Lah iya dedek ngono ya. Pak pesertane di tagi ngono. Let's go join guys for workshop partisipan. Soalnya kan lah Zoom kan iso apa ya iso live nah kok iso live ngono lho. Lah nah YouTube kan ngetik
Oke.
anjir.
Mauku tadi ini sih, tak share waktu ketika mau nanya. Jadi tak share.
Boleh sih. Ah, dari Dimas. Eh, ah, aku mau mandi Mas.
Oke, ya, go ahead.
Thank you, thank you.
Oke. Hello Fajar. Hello, sir. This the Zoom link. This the Zoom link, guys. You can join if you wanted to. Hello guys, hello. Hello Saseng, can you hear me? Testing. Test test. Sorry, I cannot hear you. Can you repeat it? But can you hear me? Is my voice clear? Testing. Hello. I'm still cannot hear you, Saseng.
So yeah, now you can
Oh
hear me?
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where have you been,
yeah, I'm
Saseng?
good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. But in Indonesia is mostly like heavy rain in here, so we need
Okay.
to take a rest of a while. How about India? Is there
So,
heavy rain or extreme weather?
what? Can you repeat it?
It's like heavy rain maybe.
No, no, it's not raining. It's a basically winter season in India. So yeah,
Wow.
it's a bit cold here.
Wow, very cool in here.
Yeah.
Saseng, this Zoom link is only for the mentors, also the partner. But what do you think about if I share this Zoom link to participant or up to public? But I scare if the Zoom link is gonna be a crowd. What do you think?
So I think you are already streaming it on YouTube Live, so you can actually share that YouTube Live link with your audience, and if they want to join it, definitely they can come, they can join, and they'll listen. What we'll be explaining about the basics of what the advantage of building on Taunt, what are the basics of Tact, how we are evolved from Fancies to Tact to Talk, and what are the advantage, what is the basic structure. If I'll talk about what are the resources and all, I'll definitely share all that with the team.
Okay, I understood. So I will share to a participant through Pingo Indonesia X account. Saseng,
Okay.
meet our one of our mentor, Wildan. Hello, Wildan. Can you hear me? One of our mentor, Wildan.
Hey, hi, well done.
Hello, hello, hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello, Wildan. How have you been?
Just finish my work.
Wow. Thank you for joining us. Wait a minute, guys. I will share to X account where the link. Zoom link. Zoom link and YouTube live stream. Wait a minute, guys. Live, YouTube live. Hello, Saseng.
Yeah.
Are you still with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Wow, there is a Maulana. Hello, Maulana. I think there is a forum participant. So can we start right now?
Yeah, we can.
This eating just for 2 hours. Now for
Okay.
now is 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Okay, I will start. GM everyone, and welcome to Pingo episode 3 with Aton Talk integration for DePIN apps. I'm Jay, a community of Pingo, and we are very happy to be your host today, guys. And this session is part of the Pingo DePIN Hackathon 2025, a movement to empower builders across Indonesia builders to explore decentralized infrastructure or DePIN, AI also and blockchain innovation. After our previous workshop in last week, where we already explore AI orchestration and observability with our mentor Wilton and Chakyo. But today we will diving into something a bit more hands-on, how Aton and Tolk can be integrated into real development applications. And this week, workshop is hosted by me from Pingo in collaboration with Blockchain Good Alliance. And a quick reminder, guys, today's session is fully online and being a live stream on YouTube. You can share to your friend, and the recording will remain available. So don't worry if you miss something. You can always visit it later. And if you are watching live, please feel free to say hi in the chat, or you can join our Zoom link. I already dropped into a description, and leave your question to us directly to Saseng, and we will have a dedicated Q&A session toward the end of the event. Now, before we begin, let's briefly talk about what's coming up next in our journey to the hackathon. So yeah, um, the big hackathon is not just about building project, it's understanding on the foundation of a DePIN itself and how it connects to the broader Web3 ecosystem. And I think Ton plays an important in this landscape. When today session is designed to help us understand how Talk, techy and fancy smart contract in a Ton and can be particularly applied in your project, guys, with something. Whether you join as a developer or student or someone simply curious about how the DePIN work, this workshop will give you the insight and tools to get us started. And now I'm really excited to introduce our mentor today for Saseng from Ton C Hub. Saseng has been deeply involved in the Ton ecosystem, guys. And he's helping developer across Asia build, especially in India, right? Yeah, Saseng?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and deploy blockchain application that actually work in real world, guys. So without further ado, please welcome Saseng, who will kick us through today's session on Ton and Talk integration for DPX. Saseng, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you everyone. First of all, thank you, Pingo team, for inviting me. And it's such a great initiative. They're like doing it as a project. They're organizing this hackathon and helping you builders to build something cool on Pingo using AI and DePIN. And yeah, it's been pleasure to hear. So I'll explain everything about what Ton is, how, and maybe like because you guys are now basically kind of promoting hackathon. So I'll explain you how my journey have been, and from just being a hackathon project on Ton to how I get into Ton Foundation, how I built my entire project, and then it got acquired by the foundation. So that is like a quite a journey that might motivate you guys. So yeah, let's start it. So I'll share my screen and I'll explain. I think my screen is shared.
Sorry, Saseng.
I shared my screen. Can you guys see it?
I cannot see it. Hey guys, can you see it?
I think you have to select window to avoid the possible recursion content. Participant can now see your screen. So like, is my screen is you guys can see it?
Can you see it, guys?
Okay, let me just share it again with everybody. Now, guys, I think now we will can see it if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes, yes. I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. And okay, let's minimize it. Yeah. So let's start. So basically, I'll start with what talk is, and then basically why I should build on Ton, how I get into Ton, and then also like what's the basic difference and how we evolve as a language from fancy to talk. Because if you go and search about Ton, you might find few things about fancy, few things about different stuff. But yeah, let's move forward. So this is me. Those who want to connect with me, they can basically scan this QR and they can connect me on LinkedIn or on Twitter on different stuff. And I would love to help you with all your queries if you're facing anything with the foundation and all. So any kind of support if you need from the Ton Foundation, definitely we are here to help you. Whether it's technical, with some marketing support, with some fundraising or anything, we are just here to help you. So this is what I how I started. So basically, whenever I'll go in different hackathons, so many people ask me, okay, how can I like build in the hackathon, and what's after that, what can I do even after working as like after the hackathon. So I started as one of the hackathon participant like you guys in Ton Foundation. So my journey started with in 2023 I participated in Ton's first hackathon, and that's how I got into hackathon, and then I got into Ton Foundation. I was one of the global winner of Ton hackathon. So and then we built a product for Ton, and then we received grants from the foundation because they think our product is really good. And then we kept on building for it like for 2 years or like 1.5 year, and then finally got acquired by Ton Foundation in 2024 and in June. And after that I've been working as a on different role. I started working as a development manager for India, then I worked as a head of the India head for Ton Foundation, and now I'm working as a development manager for South and Southeast Asia. So I'm just telling you not to brag about it, but I'm just telling you from simply because when we start building it, we had no idea like where this project can land. So basically, I'm telling you all this because just a simple hackathon project can our path is like help us to get into building a successful product, then getting acquisition, and then finally like being in a foundation. I've never imagined we just started just a simple idea of building something cooler in our pastime, or like just extra we want to do with our current with our that jobs. So this is how, if you're building something really cool, you're really serious about it, you can have like this kind of path too. So if this motivates anybody, and they're like still doubtful like whether they should participate in the hackathon, or like how this hackathon can help them in their career, this is the path you can actually have, because I myself had that. So I'm very sure about it. So we will I'll just give you the quick agenda about what we are going to discuss. So we are going to discuss what the Ton is, how it's different from other chains, and how it can help you. What are the smart contract and languages on Ton? What is this fancy tact, and then how it got finally evolved into talk. And then we talk about like what the talk is, and we compare it talk with the fancy, the key differences. I'll help you to find what are the resources where you can find the local development, and things like that. And also in the next step, I'll be explaining you a basic hello world smart contract, and then what's the basic structure of Ton. So yeah, so this is what today's session. Let me dive into and quickly recap. So what is Ton? Basically, Ton is like layer one of other Ethereum and Solana, but like how we are different. So everybody talks about Ethereum being like the biggest chain, Solana doing this, we are that fast, we are doing that. But nobody talks about distribution. Nobody talks about like how to get million users onboarded in Web3, because as we all know, we still there are like still majority of the audience that is not aware about what blockchain is, what Web3 is. So with Ton, with the distribution we have, for example, we have very close partnership with Telegram, and you can actually say the exclusive partnership with Telegram, and Telegram already having 1 billion users. So if you're building anything on Ton, it's like you are directly have access to those 1 billion users, and you can build your product, and then you can actually market them to these 1 billion users. And so that's our USP basically. That is something no other chain can provide you. It's like, distribution. As we all know, like, Telegram is like a really popular medium of communication in South and Southeast Asia, and then even globally if you'll talk about. But specifically if I'll talk about South and Southeast Asia, it's really popular in India. Almost like all the Web3 guys, they use this Telegram as a medium for their groups, for their talk, for their building their community. So rather than building their community somewhere else, let's go there where their community already is. Because if you are building any project, or like if you are roaming around any project, most of them have their Telegram group. So it's like promoting your product directly to the audience where they are. So this is can be like a good thing for you guys if you're building something. So what are the smart contracts and how do we write them? So basically smart contracts, if I'll talk about it, is like so why we call them contract. So because if you go for the legal term, contract is something that people cannot actually you are very legally binding on it. But if we are building something in the code, so with the smart contract, these codes cannot be changed. Means the once deployed, you cannot like temper them, or you cannot like lie to somebody. So that's why people name it as like a smart contract. How do we write them? That we are going to explain you later. Why do we need a programming language for Ton? So basically Ton architecture is a bit different from other architecture if you talk about Ethereum and Solana. So we build it to scale to like millions of users. That was our goal from the day one. And Ton language cannot be like same like other languages. We have our own advantage, we have our own structure, and we thought like this better than any other ecosystem. So yeah, so then like there were different languages on Ton: Fancy, Tact, and Tong, that I'm going to explain you later. But the biggest question right now is why Talk? Like how does it make a smart contract development on Ton better? So this is the main question. So yeah, till now we covered what is Ton, why should you use it, what are the smart contracts, how to write them, and what are the different programming languages on Ton. So the next thing, so basically this is what our open network is: decentralized blockchain built to speed scalability and usability. It supports smart contract, DeFi, NFT, games, and its most important step is pillar is Telegram mini apps. And that is like building something inside Telegram itself without basically opening anything. So build for we build Ton for the masses. So our goal is to build Web3 for the masses, or like putting crypto, or putting this blockchain tech into every pocket. That's our aim from the day one. So these are the smart. So basically smart contracts are programs that are deployed on chain. And as you have all most of you, if you are a developer, like we deployed our smart contract or backend on different like locally, or like on different servers on cloud. But if we here we deployed our smart contract on blockchain, and blockchain is like nothing but a decentralized network or computer that nobody can control. So yeah, and then it's run on Ton virtual machine, TVM. And we have like, for example, in Ton we have Ton virtual machine. In Ethereum we have Ethereum virtual machine. So these are different virtual machines. How how these smart contracts are capable of? They are capable of basically handling payments, handling all the D apps logic. You're storing your on-chain data. So these kind of things they're capable of. And obviously all this requires a specific programming language, and that's why we have our own language. So this is the evolution of languages on Ton. Early we used to have Fancy. Fancy was a kind of low level language, very good with a high performance, and it was very close to C. So that's why we named it as Fancy. And its syntax is also very similar to Fancy. Later we moved to Tact. Tact was like a very high level language. It's what very developer friendly, and why we moved to, we also discussed that. And now we have Talk. Talk is because it's a modern syntax, it's a low level power, and it's easier to get to onboard like millions of developers and users. So yeah, fancy recap is fancy is basically functional C. It optimized for TVM control. Pros are worse, like it was like a maximum performance because it was a low level language, very closer to C. The performance was very good. The granular control was good, but it has some cons also. The learning curve because now many people are not learning C, or like it's hard to learn C if you compare it with other language like TypeScript and Python. So the cons are like it has a very steep learning curve, and functional syntax are not very similar to most of the devs. And the guys, the gas fees was basically a bit high if you compare it with Talk. Even not bit high, but it like 33% optimization you can call it. If I'll talk about the meaning, because whenever I'll go to different workshops and hackathon, people used to ask me why you named it at Talk. So maybe like Talk sounds like English language. Talk means a language that we talk with computers, and in Slavic language, Talk means to make sense. So if you look at this, it can be like a language that makes sense, or that actually help you to communicate with the computers. And if you talk about the exact abbreviation, so TON stand for the open network, so Talk stand for the open language, and K, I don't know why this K is here. So you can simply say it like, I think it's because mostly on the brand side, because TON and Talk like very similar. Also keeping in the mind of this language with the of the where we communicate with the computer, and a language that makes sense. So basically this is what Talk is. This is introduction to, so it's basically the meaning is the open language K. So it's nothing but it's a force of fancy compiler. So basically they thought of like building it as a separate language. Initially it started as a modification in fancy, but turned out to be like entirely new language with modern syntax like TypeScript and Kotlin. These kind of there's very similar syntax like these languages. And since it's retained low level optimization with the advantage of having modern syntax, so it's a good to go language for us. And the goals are like the goals are very clear when we thought of having this language is it's smoothen our learning curve, it's maintain the TVM efficiency, and obviously it optimizes the gas for us. So why Talk exists, it's basically the similar thing is like it's all the problem of fancy clear syntax over naming conventions. It had a strong type system, and if you go much deeper into the documentation and other stuff, you'll realize like what I'm talking about. And we have the ID support like VS Code, JetBrains, and there is like fancy to Talk converter. If any of you is like having their code in fancy, you can directly convert it into Talk by using fancy to Talk converter. It also offer automatic serialization, easy messaging compositions, and better performance. So basically I'll I'll explain those part in our, if we have like more sessions. But yeah, so this is the basic comparison: reliability, import, and dependencies, then tooling and ecosystem and structures. So these are like the different advantage of fancy over Talk or Tact. So that's you should keep in mind. So that main language is right now Talk. Obviously fancy is also there, but we think it's better if you start working with Ton, and if the new developers learn Talk rather than fancy. So this is for the setup. If you scan this QR code, then it'll open on a new page. And if I'll talk about this page, this is going to be a document page where you will get everything what you need, how you need to do setup, what dependencies you need to download, what's this blueprint is, and then how you can do this all the setup, and then start writing your first smart contract. And since like I don't think it's right time to bear, I'll get you on a call, and I'll help you to do a Sorry, guys. I cannot control this. So yeah, so basically, so this is there you'll get to learn, how to you can set up everything and then start writing your code in VS Code. But I'll explain you the structure a bit. That's what, how Talk looks like, what are the different components, and then how, if you understand the structure, you will get in some idea where, how Talk is working. So there's a hello world program on Talk. So like any program, it's just like, starting with some this part, like starting with where we initialize our version and all. Then there's this part, and then different loading part, and then save part. So I'll explain all these 4 5 parts in our this session. So we're like how this there's the starting of the program. So it's like Talk 1.0. There's a line where, ton we are using, like this tells us where like you are using Ton's version 1, because in future we are going to have many versions. So it's better if we define these version initially. That's how it start. And then, creating storage. So basically, like, you can think it as a digital cabinet. So it's where you put everything in on defining everything and creating storage. And then anything that is going to be there in on a blockchain, it actually got stored. So we basically do two functions whenever we are interacting with the blockchain. Is either we are reading data from the blockchain, or we are writing that data on the blockchain. So that I'll explain you. But we also store that data. So it's like creating a storage or like a digital cabinet. There's a struct, and then there's a storage. A struct part, I think most of you are aware about it. And then this, we are defining it or labeling it as number, like ID, and uint 32. It's a 32-bit integer, and u, as you all know, like, is a positive integer. And this is message cell. This is where your entire, the hello world program will store actually. So there's a cell in Ton. We have this concept of Talk. We have this concept of storing everything in cell. So it's like whatever you do, or like whatever you want to store, you actually get it stored in cell, and these cells basically interact with each other. So that's how, we store things in Ton. So there's stuck storage, ID, uint, message, and cell. So this message, we are defining it in cell. And then this is like managing your storage, like, opening and closing your cabinet. Because if, as I told you, like, there are only two things you can do when you interact with an ecosystem. Either you are within blockchain, either you are reading some data, or you are writing or saving some data. So this is how you fun storage dot load. It's like, you're getting that in, and then it's written storage dot from cell. So it's getting data from the cell, like contract dot get data. This is how you basically get data when you interact with the Ton blockchain. So this is how you're reading data. Actually, this function gets your stored data. So if you have anything stored on Ton blockchain and you want to read it, you will use this kind of structure. I'm just telling you the basic things, not like when you go much deeper into it, you get to understand what I'm talking about. And then, this function saves data. So we have this function like fun storage dot save self, and then, contract set data, and this cell dot to cell. So basically, here we were actually getting data from the blockchain, and here we are saving data to the cell, or like to the blockchain. And it's like, opening and closing the cabinet, like this. That's how you're managing your storage. Then another is, handling messages. So basically, it's like, handling message, you can say, but like store, like receiving a mail, basically. So now imagine this fun, on internal message, you have this my balance as an integer. So basically getting your balance of your wallet. Then message vault, like, message value, it's also in the integer. And then message full, and it's basically getting this from the cell. So this message you'll get from the cell. And then message body is from slice. So these are the different, you don't need to bother if you're not getting anything. Once you'll go through the document, you'll
My apologies, Safeng. My apologies, guys. I think there is random people join. Saseng, my
Yeah, I'm.
apologies. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So like how did they share their screen?
Oh yeah,
How they shared their screen?
how they share their skin?
Yeah.
Oh, the screen is yours, Saseng.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
So yeah,
go ahead.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is like getting your message, handling your message and receiving this mail, and then getting this message is like you have this. The main function is get fun and message, and it's basically getting this from the cell, the message cell. So this is like value storage, and it's like variable storage, and we are getting this loaded, and that's how it's returning a storage message, and this message can be like hello world or something. So that's how you basically have this main function as like getter function. And this is the entire hello world program. If you look at this, talk struct, basically this is also like a older version. You have better or like the smaller version of talk. Definitely I'll share the resources with you guys, which I think I already shared it with so many for like with the Pingo team, and they'll share that in your group, and you can have a look and you can go much deeper into different stuff. This like the you can read resources. I'll share that. You can also take the screenshot of this if you want, and then you can actually get into these resources or use these resources. And this is, yeah, thanks for joining. This is from me, and if you want me to take another session for you, definitely I love to have. I have many things to share with you guys, like we can have another session on how to have hello world program, then the what are variables, data types and functions, and then if else condition, loops, struct, arrays, and then how we are doing that in talk. So definitely we can have more or discuss more about it. But yeah, I think we have some other stuff to do. So yeah, over to you guys.
Wow, thank you very much, Saseng. My apologies if there is random people who distract us, but thank you for your great explanation about the tone, fancy talk, and I'm not developer, but your explanation is insight for me. Hey, well
Like,
done. What do you think about the talk? Is good way to start, right? For our participants. Hey, well done. Can you hear me? Okay. Guys, if you have a question, you can drop in chat and you can ask to Sasang because Sasang is a referral manager from Tonsi. So this is your chance, guys, for you. For those
so yeah,
um
I'll also explain anybody, like we are also coming up with a new documentation.
قد لاح فجر فارقب النصر المبين دولة الإسلام قامت بدماء الصادقين أمتي قد لاح فجر فارقب النصر المبين دولة الإسلام قامت بدماء الصادقين دولة الإسلام قامت.
Why this?
what the hell? That's why Sasang I'm not sharing the link to public. I think I will take them the Zoom our Zoom link. Or holy shit. Sorry guys. Well,
Yeah, it's okay.
holy
We understand, like folks try to attack and get the attention out of
this
it.
affair this very disrupt us. Sasang do you know about the private hour Zoom link? I never got the Zoom link. Wait a second. Wait a minute. I need to private our Zoom link because that's very disrupt us. Um, Mas jadi pen Oh, wait a minute, guys. Need to private. I've already private our set sibling. Wow, it's a mess up. But guys, if you are you have a question? Do you have a question, guys? For Saseng? Saseng, in our hackathon, in our Bingo DePIN hackathon is beginner friendly, so there are many people that yearly about the Web3. So I have many questions. Can you answer it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the people wanna learn about the talk, what's a recommended workflow for writing, compiling, and deploying smart contract using talk? That's one question. And how the Web2 developers bridge to Web3 using talk programming? Because I got your point. If the talk is more easier than fancy and tactile, so how the Web2 developers that have a basic, they have basic, but bridge they have bridge to the Web3.
Okay. So yeah, it's a really a great question, and just like let me share this with you too. So yeah, so basically, I'll share my screen too. Post disable attended. Okay, so nobody can share their screen now, but no issue. So basically, those who are like Web2 guys who actually want to, basically, who want to be into Web3, or who want to learn about talk, who want to learn about how these things work. So yeah, we already have our documentation, but yeah, soon we are coming with some new documentation. You'll see some really good stuff, and the right now the main point is you can go to the do our documentation, start reading about it. You'll get into what the talk is, and what are the basic things on talk. And then we are also, I think I shared the resources with you guys, basic to advanced talk courses. Yeah, and then you guys can just go and learn about how these basics, like how variables works in talk, how this function, how arrays and everything work in Ton, what is the structure, what is the difference between different architecture. So that kind of stuff you can read, and then you'll get an idea of how to how you can build on talk. Apart from that, we are also coming up with different courses. We are planning to have a lot of these video session and then different stuff. We also conduct a regular workshop, and you can also join those workshop and then get an idea. um, and apart from this, like, there are many things that are still in the pipeline. So definitely you can start from the documentation. Once you'll get a taste of it, you can go to our Notion page and just start learning about all these basic to advanced courses. And then again you can start building something, because I think, just if I'll talk about the talk or these smart contract, if you're building any project, a smart contract is going to be just a part of what you are building. So for example, if you're building TG mini app, it's just a simple web app. You have to just build it as a web app, and then you can connect it with Ton SDK, and then you can open it inside Telegram. That's actually very simple. But to for the Ton Connect, or like all these integration part with the Ton, you can definitely, you will find almost everything in our documentation. And it's also, we are planning to launch something for for like newbies, like who have no idea. So there are still under process very video courses where you can watch it, you can directly learn it. Apart from learning it, you can also be in our different boot camps, or like be in our different basically workshops, and in our physical meetups, and directly interact with our team. And if you have any specific query, you can just drop a message to our join our SSEA dev group. You can ask your specific queries about your talk language, and you facing any issue, we would definitely love to help you there.
Thank you. Thank you, Saseng. Wow, amazing. Um, Saseng, you can share your screen if you wanna to drop your resources about Tolk on anything. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure. So basically,
Yes.
I think I already shared this in the group with you guys, and you can share it. For example, like those who are like very new and who know nothing and they want to start it, like this is start Tonk 101, and this is like lesson. You can read about it, what the this is, and then you can have some practice code or something, and then this is how the next lesson is about contract structure, what are in messages, what is in body, and then you have this internal message. It will also have explainer, then also so basically I'm also building a platform for you guys where you can actually go and read this and practice this simultaneously. So it's still under process, but you can, for that, till now you can actually read this document and you'll get an idea what this all is about. So this is for the basically the basic part, and if you complete all these 30 things, you'll get an idea what talk is. And regarding some advanced part, like gas fees management, then function attribution, constant in talk, and then talk to nano talk conversion, strings and libraries and everything, then these is also present. And apart from that, if you have anything, you can actually ask me in group, or like any of the ton developer group.
Thank you for your answer. Saseng. Oh, there is participant who have a question for you, Saseng.
Yeah.
This is the question. Is it permissible for me to create an ecosystem that consists of several facilities such as staking, LP, thread, and others? Should all of that be tried, or is only coding allowed?
Can
I
you
think
please
there
repeat?
is from yes. Is it permissible for him to create an ecosystem that consists of several facilities such as staking, LP, thread, and others, using Ton, using Tekti or Fancy?
Yeah,
Build
definitely.
like
Like,
I think, yep.
so yeah, definitely. If you talk about any ecosystem, like staking, liquidity pools, these are like the important component of any DeFi protocol. And then with the smart contract, definitely you can actually do. So there are many dexes on Ton, and there are many these lending protocols on Ton, and they're actively using Talk, or like Fancy, or Tact as a language, and they're already live. They have like volume of millions of dollars. So definitely it's possible, you can build it, and you can go and check these products. So the product are like Eva, Stonify, and I think most of them have their code open source. And you'll, if they don't have it, like you'll find some open source code, and you'll definitely, they will help you to learn more.
Hello, Hikari is answer your question. Sasang, there is one again from Maulana. Maulana, have you a question for you? There's the question. What are the future prospects for the fancy TechT and Talk programming language in Thorn ecosystem? Given the rapid development of AI that is now capable of writing, optimizing, and even auditing smart contracts. So that's the question. Will the role of developers in writing code for the Ton blockchain remain crucial, or will it be largely replaced by AI-based system in the future? So he's asking about a prospect of thought the in the
So
agentic era.
okay, so yeah, basically, we will definitely are building a lot of cool stuff regarding agentic era. regarding AI agents and all, because as you know, like, many protocols are coming, building, some of these payment, and that are also including a lot of AI, agents into it. And yes, definitely it's possible. Right now I think we lack few toolings, but definitely we are working on it. And we want our community definitely to build something. If they build think like something is missing, we want you guys to build something and even propose us. We want you guys to be proactive and then, help us, because we have like a bounty program for this also. For example, if someone maybe wants to build something as an infrastructure, they can directly, go on Ton bounty GitHub, and they can just share, this is something I think is missing in the Ton, ecosystem, and I can build it for this much amount of dollar. And if they think you have value, and if they think your, your proposal is very genuine, definitely they'll approve it. And it's like you are, building and learning together. So yes, uh, the prospect is now is, we are focusing more on Talk, because it's easy to onboard, new developers using Talk. And also the performance wise, it's better than all our different languages. And definitely, like, the few tooling is missing, and we are working on it. And we encourage you guys to, come and propose something. If you think something is missing from the ecosystem, just, be very active, participate, build some bounties, get some, good amount of money from the foundation, because we would love to, like, distribute that. That's how I think the entire concept of open source is. People who are building, who are part of the community, who are part of the ecosystem, are contributing into almost everything. And then, we are rewarding this community for their contribution.
Thank you for answering, Saseng. Hi, Maulana, is answer your question. Saseng, I have many questions
Okay.
about the Dawn ecosystem. Hmm.
Okay, thank you, Mister. Your answer
Okay.
is good job.
Okay. Yes, you're welcome. Saseng, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Um, what are Ton current metrics total in the apps, like transaction throughput and daily active users and liquidity? Because in here in Indonesia, Ton ecosystem, especially in a Telegram mini app, has a very huge amount of users in here. So what's Ton current metrics? Do you have or or the Ton roadmap for the next 6 and 12 months maybe
Yes.
for people understand about the Ton ecosystem per cluster.
Yeah, like, roadmap in what terms? Because I think we have a very broader roadmap, like, so roadmap is something, from like, the entire, if you talk about the entire roadmap, or the entire, vision of Ton is, getting Web3 to masses. That is what our entire vision is. And since we all know, like, in Southeast Asia, especially like India and Indonesia, these kind of, we have a lot of users, we have like a really big market. And then people are like, we and also, like, people are very keen. If I'll talk about specifically India, we have like a largest number of developers here, so many people understand what blockchain is, and they can build it. But yeah, the if you talk about the direction, definitely we want builders to build something, or like, we want builders to build meaningful product using Ton. And we want Ton to help as a facilitator, and then, reach out to all these different, like, different markets. And basically solving the making the life of the people very easy. And that's our main goal. And definitely there is no specific KPI. We are working in almost every direction, from DeFi to AI to gaming, every direction. If you talk about even the last year, I think when Ton got really popular, it was because of, all our, clicker apps. And then that's how, when a lot of people were getting onboarded in Ton. And if I still remember, there were like, many people who have known nothing about what blockchain is, and just because of all these clickers, people get this attention and they want to try it something, and then for the first time, many of them actually have their wallet, or many of them actually first ever interacted with or got their any coin or something. So that's how basically our vision is to getting torn to almost like every masses. We definitely want to build like the product that have the real use cases, that have masses that are using it on a daily basis. For example, sending money back to Indonesia from India, and like product like this, playing games and enjoying and sharing it among friends, owning your own assets on that, building AI protocol, AI agents interacting with each other. So definitely the range is very wide, and we are basically targeting on almost everything, and from DePIN to RWA. I think and then with DePIN also, our founder recently, the founder of basically Telegram, recently announced it ambitious project of Cocoon, where you can actually using DePIN. So these are like, I think the vision is to basically, the if you talk about the broader vision, is definitely getting crypto to masses. So that is, I think, nobody is solving, so that we are trying to solve it.
Amazing, Saseng. Wow. Thank you for answering my question. I got the important point. So Ton is focused on building a real product, a real use case. Yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saseng, there are people who have a question from Jati. Is Tolk this the question? Is Tolk only used for writing smart contracts on the Ton blockchain, or can it also be applied in Web2 development? This is one question. And two question. And can we think of a blockchain as similar to a traditional server? I think he mentioned about the bridge Web2 people to Web3, I think.
So yeah, so I'll explain you. So basically, as you have like different language for writing front end, you have different language for writing back end. Similarly, we have a smart contract is like a specialized contract to interact with blockchain, or like you can not call it a traditional server. So basically, the problem with the traditional server were, like, they are basically controlled by a single company, and that's the whole concept of having blockchain. So just imagine, like, all these your 10 or 20 or 50 servers are sitting in a single room, and then a single company is controlling it, and one day if they decided to shut it down, they'll shut it down. So the entire concept of blockchain is, you are acting as a node, or like providing that server to the main blockchain, and that's to which we call mining. So, and you are in return, you are getting some benefit from it in terms of coin, and then you're providing that service or infrastructure to the main blockchain, and that's how you're basically creating a series of server, I'll say. So that's how you're managing the entire backend. And if you talk about the Talk, so basically Talk is specialized to write a smart contract on that blockchain. It's different from writing backend, or different from writing front end, as we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript for writing front end, and different stuff for writing backend. Similarly, for a specialized smart contract, we have this specialized language for writing Talk contract. So yeah, I hope this answers your question.
Thank you, Saseng. Hey Jati, is answer your question? Wow, there is one again from Rian Saseng. He have question for you. Wow, yes, thank you. This the question. In the context of a DePIN adoption, which sector does you, Saseng, think will grow the fastest on ton in the next 12 months? Like data, like energy or transportation? And will ton adoption grow like it did in 2024 before Mr. Pavel ran into problems? I think he mentioned about the Durov and debit adoption. in 12 months, in next years or next year?
So yeah, I think Mr. Pavel have their own organization. So basically, what most people think is Ton is Telegram, but that's not the case. Ton is like different and Telegram is different. We have a very close partnership with Telegram, but they're entirely different organizations. They're working on separate. So basically, Telegram is like working as a messenger or like different stuff. We are building some blockchain. It's a different stuff, but we have very close partnership. Because we are coming together because we think we have a lot of synergies. And if you talk about the growth, definitely growth are in line. The kind of attention we had in 2024, we are like getting things much better than that. So if you talk about the phases, there are different phases for any product. So initially when you have onboard projects, you have masses basically who just got the taste of blockchain. But now if you this is in almost like the entire segment. For example, if you talk about a very simple game, then millions of users can actually play it. But if you talk about some the difficulty level is a bit high, then only some niche or like the pro gamers can play it. But if you talk about the really the real AAA game, so you need an entire infrastructure, you need an entire mindset, you need an entire skill to play those kind of games. So that same thing is with Ton actually, or like any ecosystem. We had clickers because these were like very easy to onboard, and the entire purpose was that only. So people actually were using it in millions. But now if you talk about some serious games or like so obviously there cannot be like almost everybody start playing it. It has to be have like a channel or a funnel. So yeah. And the hype, or definitely we are very positive about, we are getting a lot of attention. We are building new solutions. We have wallet infrastructure in line. We have this you can build TG mini app inside Telegram. So a lot of development is there, a lot of enthusiasm is there. And definitely we are working very hard to make it to the masses. And definitely you'll see the hype. But if you talk about blockchain in general, I think the hype was much higher in 2024. And if you talk about the entire ecosystem, I think people are maybe not that, the hype around the blockchain is not that great till now. After all these political decision maker things were a bit confusing for many people, so that's why people are avoiding it. And for many people, crypto or like blockchain is just for trading memes, getting good amount of returns from it. So there are very few people who are actually who wants to do some legit stuff, who want to build something that is there for the longer period of time. And I think those people are still here. And all those airdrops, all those memes, these guys, they keep on switching from one place to another. But yeah, we need those guys because these are the guys who are very important for the for basically in this entire adoption process. So yeah, it's just a phase. If you talk about any technology adoption, it's go through different phases. And from like just a getting it to everybody, then people feel it to get saturated, then again start building it. So yeah, it's just a phase, I think, and then we are very sure we'll build it.
Wow, amazing. So the important point is about Ton is gonna be a mass adoption, right? The thing.
Yeah.
Well, there is one question from Rebo for you. Wait a second. Oh, he have the question. What? This one the first question, his question for you. Um, how can public data sensors be I integrate into DePIN nodes without having to create a new network from scratch? Wow, technical question. And second question is, does Ton have an software development kit for public data verification, such as RWA use case? Wow. I think you need to share your resource into share screen, so saying, and
Yeah, I actually
ask
don't
me that.
understand what language is this.
Oh, here.
Yeah, this language, this RM boy that he's sending. Which language is this?
Oh, talk
No, no,
language.
no, no, talk. I'm not talking about talk. I cannot actually understand the language. This
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait a second, wait a second. I will, I will. Yes, yes, yes.
okay.
There is a question. Yes.
Okay. Without having to create a new network from the scratch, and how can a public data census can be integrated? Public relations such as I don't think we have right now. If you specifically talk about the SDK to access the public verification, but yeah, I think we do have some tooling that the if you talk about the all these things, they were there in the tact. But I think with Talk we don't have them right now because Talk is fairly a new language, and it's we are still building a lot of tooling around it. So yeah, definitely, and if you want you can actually contribute and suggest this, and then we definitely would love to build it for you, or you can build it for us.
Thank you, Saseng, for answering his question. Talk is a new programming language, guys. We need to build it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Saseng,
want
can yes?
I want the community to be very active because I know Indonesia is a very good developer. So I want the community to be really active, suggest us, feedback us, and then give us like this. This really very interactive session. People they're asking me, what's there, what's not, and even like because we are constantly upgrading. So I want you guys to come to our groups and then suggest us like this is something you should build next, this is something we need from we are building this and we are facing problem in that. Definitely, like we have a list of priorities, and if we think the community needs these kind of tooling a lot, we definitely prioritize them and build them at first.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. In here, have how many developers and potential developers, Saseng? Saseng, can you share your resource about Ton workshop like you share before? I think the participant can join the Ton workshop and
So yeah, I'll
learn
share it.
about the talk culture. Yeah.
So I'll ping the pin in our group. You can actually pick that from there and then share it in your company. Also, I can share it here in the comment section of the chat,
Oh,
and people
okay.
can. Yeah,
Okay.
I shared it
There's
in.
the resource, guys. Yes. Yeah. So where? Wow, there is from Maulana. Mr. Saseng, where are you from?
So I'm from India, guys. I'm from
From
India,
India, guys. Our
and
brother from India.
you guys can come to India, and then definitely we are going to have Indian Blockchain Week in December. And definitely, if you guys want to visit it, just let me know, and we can meet there. We can discuss about what anything you want to discuss about Talk, about Ton, about the product you're building, and I would love to help you or give you feedback on that.
Wow, it's Indian blockchain week December, right?
Yeah, it's happening on 2nd and 3rd December in India in Bangalore.
Oh, wow, yearly December.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, in Indonesia, it's same early December, Indonesian blockchain week. Saseng, I wanna ask a question for representing our hackathon participant. We know about your track record about the hackathon winners on Thon at 2023. So how the participant can get like can be hackathon winners? What they need to do step by step in from early until the end. And this hackathon is just about a POC, proof of concept. This does need prototype, so this is just a proof of concept. So how the participant can have a big more big chance to win this hackathon from start until the end, until demo day.
Okay, so I'll first share another hackathon with you guys. So if you're already building it and you have a good project, you can actually participate in the open hack too. So this hackathon live with a prize pool of like $5,000, doing well. Like, I'm the one who's hosting it. So yeah, I think you can also participate with your same project in this. And I'll share the link with you guys in the comment if you want. And we have a chance with in top 10. If you are in top 10 builder, you have a chance of coming to Bangalore and then present this to us in offline mode. And even the 10th position guy will get around $200 as a prize money. So definitely it will help you to cover your travel and expenses if you are coming as a founder. And this can be like a good initiative for you, because we want you guys to meet. And we are also having a KOL and founder meetup. There you can also meet a lot of founders, a lot of people building in the same space, some good KOLs you want to connect with. So this is something we are doing. And now I'm coming back to your point. So I'm basically I think I did almost like 10 hackathon till now. I myself have organized like 10 hackathon till now. So I think I'm the one who can give you the answer of this. So if you really want to win a hackathon, just like remember, start eliminating what you should not build. First of all, what you should not build is some like public good thing, because and because you guys are early builders, you might have no idea, and this is your first product. So thought of not building something that is there for the government. For example, I've seen many people building some kind of um, this ambulance app or something, some kind of land registry app, where like you can register, or like or a platform where you can upload all your certificates and data, and then you want to access it later. So don't try to build such kind of stuff, like public good stuff on your own initially when you are like a small builder. Second is, do not try to build something that are like good to have kind of product. For example, any product that you don't think is going to be like people will not pay for it, or people will not use it for fun. Just don't try to build something because you are building it because you want to build it. Build something that you think is people will use it. Maybe they'll not pay for it, but at least they'll love it. So something, for example, some TG mini app where people can easily find rooms, or like their roommates, or like something like this, because people actually want these kind of product. They might not pay for it. The only advantage you can have using blockchain is if somebody wants to donate something, they can actually donate to your contribute to your project. If somebody wants to you can have a subscription on this too. So basically my idea is start thinking in that direction, where like you're not building public goods, you're not building product that you just want to use. Just build for some product that you think is like people will love it. Maybe they'll not pay for it, but they love it and they love to use it. First advice is this. Second advice is, just go to different hackathon platforms and check like what are the winning products are. Just go and check what products are winning, what are like because if some product is like getting top 3 positions from like 100 project, it means they have some value. It means you should learn from them. Like they were different from rest 97 project. So I think that can be a good starting point, going to different platform, seeing different products what people are building, and you'll start getting an idea. Okay, these are the kind of serious project we can think of. Because as a student, or as when we are in school, we mostly used consumer facing app, like we were using like all these cab booking apps, hotel booking apps, and then the first thought in our mind is building something like similar, because we have been user our entire life for such kind of product. So if you really want to have some kind of opinion what people can build or what people are building in hackathons and winning, you can just go and check these platforms what people are building. Apart from that, you can also think, if you are like a mature developer, you have already know how to do it, you can just go to different these different platform, when you'll get an idea who what are the products where people are getting actually money. Those are the startups where who are actually fundraising. Then you will realize, okay, this is the kind of product where people can actually bet their money on. It means they have some kind of value. So first of all, don't build public goods, and don't build the product that only you want to build. Then go and search on different platforms about what are the winning hackathon products. And then third, just go and check what are the product who are raising money or who are able to raise money. It means they're like really serious project. So that's how you can go on eliminating different stuff, and you can go and explore what are like how good ideas actually look alike. And then there is something like only if just if you want to building, if there is any idea and you want to build it in something, just always remember it's going to be only in five category. First of all, it has to reduce, it can be an entertainment category. It might be saving your time, it might be saving your money or increasing your money, it might be helping you to solving your like pain point or providing you efficiency. So there are only 4 5 categories where your product should lie on. Otherwise it's not going to be a useful product. Because if you talk about any app, any popular app that people are using, it is going to live in these 4 5 categories. Either people are using it to save time, either people are using it for entertainment, either people are using it to save money or like increasing money, or either it's going to solving one of their efficiency or pain point or something. Or at the end, the last point is either it's helping them to improve their health. For example, we have many yoga instructor app, we have many health benefit apps where people are just getting information of how to use it. So if you talk about it, then definitely you should follow these 4 5 steps where you can go and then you can think about, and just start participating in the hackathons, and then you'll realize it, okay, what other people are building. If somebody is pitching their project, just listen to them very carefully, what they are building, how they're thinking it, what kind of component were in their mind when we were thinking of this idea. And that's how, like, within, like, 4 to 5 months, you'll get an refined idea of, okay, these are like good products, these are like bad products that are very commonly which most people are building, and this is something very unique I can build. And yeah, I think that's a major point.
Wow, great advice, Saseng. So the point is, hello,
Yeah.
hello. Can you hear
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
Saseng?
I can hear you.
Oh, my interconnection is not good. But thank you for your a great advice. So the point is, number one is Ida, right, Saseng?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Number two is about the good product. Like we need to build a unique product. But I have a continuous question. What's the priority of great product or the technical complexity or technical things? What's a priority in the hackathon?
So I think if you talk about any product, first the technical complexity, it's really depend on the product. You cannot say so. A product like Uniswap, the technical complexity is definitely much important. But if you talk about any gaming project or like consumer facing, the adoption is actually like a major hurdle. If I'll talk about just a meme, just think about a meme is not something that is hard to build, but that is hard to market actually. So it really depends on product, whether the complexity part is important or the marketing part is. There are many products in which complexity plays a much important role. For example, if you're building something like very innovative product which which never exist in the entire ecosystem. Imagine someone building a dex for the first time. So that was like, the complex project. So it's for that, the technical side was much difficult if you compare it. But now if somebody is building a dex, it's not about the technical side, it's about how they will get the volume, how they will get the, the different token launch and all. So it really depends on, the kind of product you are building. So then, but if you're building it like a early stage builder, then definitely the code part is important. But more than that, your idea is important. More than that, your, UI is important. More than that, your, how you're presenting it is also important. So, or and then and at the end of the day, belief that I as a judge should have a belief, like, even if you're not, you're not building a very, good technically, if you're not very good technically, you have an intention to build it further, you have an intention to, you'll go much deeper into it. Now imagine someone who is very, good with the technical stuff. They can build something in the in Ton ecosystem, and after the hackathon is over, the next day they'll stop building it. So then there is no point of having that kind of builder in the hackathon. Now imagine a school going boy who is building it, and he don't know how to build it, but maybe he's not winning the hackathon. But if I'll get an idea, like, he'll be continue building it, definitely I love to support that project more than the one who have that expertise. So it's your intention also that are very important if you're building something.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Saseng. So the point is, the answer is depending on the project, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's depending on the
Okay.
project.
But how about the DePIN itself? DePIN is this is infrastructure, so prefer use case and clarity and real mass adoption, or the technical things about the DePIN itself.
So deep in, basically, as we all know, the more and more the use of this will increase. The more and more use of the computation is going to increase. More and more people are gonna using it. So we can have two kind of side of it. For example, if you're building some kind of, solutions where you'll be, acting as a server provider, as a node provider, or like that kind of stuff, you're providing infra or you're doing that stuff, then definitely you need some technical stuff. But if you're trying to build something, using that computation, and want to build a consumer facing product, then exactly the same point is, then adoption part is more important. So it's actually depending on whether your business in B2B segment or B2C segment. For B2C segment, the marketing part is more important. For V2V segment, I think the especially the deep in the, the consumer, the basic, the complexity of the tech, or like how well you can present it, or how best solution you can provide to the businesses is more important.
Okay, I got it. So it depending it the need itself, right, Saseng?
Yeah.
The the score criteria, right?
Yeah.
I have three questions, by the way, about the hackathon
Yeah, sure.
for representing to our participants. So my first question is, we know you are one of judges on a ton hackathon.
Yeah.
So what are top three things you as a judge want to see in a presentation when the participant like in demo day? And now my second question is, what does a perfect hackathon pitch look like in a ton ecosystem, ton hackathon? Like what they need to tell to you judge.
Okay, so I'll explain you. So there are majorly, so basically, you can actually go and check it on Twitter. SSEA, Proe taken a very good session on the pitch deck and how to present on in any hackathon. But I'll also explain you. So there are majorly 6-7 points you should keep in mind, not more than that. first of all, your problem statement has to be very clear. If you are telling me something, just tell me in bullet points what you are actually building. Because you might have seen people pitching, for 3 minutes and then explaining for the 2 minutes. They were just explaining their idea. Okay, I went to Singapore and then I met this and then I have faced this problem and then I thought of building this. So it's already taking, from the 3 minutes, it's taking like 1.5 minutes of your. So don't do that. Just have a very clear problem statement. For example, when I was building my product was, okay, developer find it very hard to, to write their smart contract, and we are solving this problem. And we are solving, how we are solving it, we are just making it very easy to onboard developers on Ton. So now imagine my opening lines, I'll help you to, onboard 10,000 developers on Ton. So this can be a great catch. So similarly, you have to be like, very clear with your problem statement. Then you have to be very clear with what kind of solution, or what your solution proposition is, about the basic of your team, what your team is, what your market is. For example, what are your competitors are, and what you're building, and your, go to market strategy, your, these kind of stuff is very important. So there are like 6 7 slides. You can actually go and check the Pro E video, which he actually take a session, I think this week only. You can go and check it. So there are only 6 7 points. Just don't try to overcomplicate it. Don't try to have too much text in your, in your basically slides, because then the judge will start, reading your slides. Just have bullets point and then explain those bullet point to the judge. Because you are not just, it's not like, we want you to just send us the entire pitch deck. Because if we don't want you to present it, we can just go out there and we can read your, this thing. So now the point is, just be crisp of, with your team, with your problem you're solving, with the solution you're providing, your competitors, and then, your go to market strategy, your roadmap. And if there is any legit business model, then just put it there, how you're going to make money. Because if you are building some product or some startup, you cannot actually go and ask for grants, or you can just keep on putting money from your pocket at the whole time. At one point of time, you need, money from the users. So if you have that business model, then definitely it's a win for us. So yeah, these are the 6 7 things you should keep in mind while pitching. Just try to make it more crisp. Don't focus too much on, on a single slide or a single part. So many times I've seen people have like, 20 slides, and they spend most of their times on just 2 or 3 slides, and in rest of the time they'll be just skipping the slides. So just try to equally distribute your time, and do practice your pitch in front of your friends, or record it, or do something. And basically these hackathons are just like the practice of yours. The more you build, the more you present, or the more you participate in it, you'll get an idea how I can actually win it.
Wow, we got the great advice from Samsung. That's the so the point is we need to make a clearly bullet point, also good concept, also confidence when the pitching, right, Sasang?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So now
So we,
imagine you build a very good product, you build a very good, nice architecture, and then you write a very good smart contract and everything. But when you are pitching me, I'm not even getting an idea what you are building. So then I will never move to your code. If I'm not getting any idea of what you are building, for example, you are not able to explain me you're building an DeFi protocol. Okay. So if I'm not getting an idea what exactly are you building, how I'm gonna go into your smart contract and then, check your logic. And then it make no sense to me to, to actually uh, basically, getting to your idea from your code. If I'll be learning and going in your, smart contract, and I'll be knowing, okay, he's writing in a smart escrow contract, so maybe he's trying to building some kind of betting app, or maybe he's trying to build some kind of, different kind of app. So that is not a great idea. So the main thing is you should explain me first what your idea is, then only I'll go and check your code. If I'm not getting any idea of what you are building or what problem you are solving, then why will I go and check your code? Like how beautifully it's written, it's not important for me.
Wow. So the point is we need to use the simple things, simple words to the judge, right, Saseng?
Yeah.
To I get it. I have a last question, by the way, about tone.
Okay.
This is not about the hackathon, but the just tone.
Okay.
Saseng, what kind of project does Ton most want to see built in 2025? Like let's say they deep in AI or any
So basically,
what
like
kind of concept?
there is not a very specific vertical we are focusing on. Definitely, we are vertical agnostic. We are not like, you should build this, you should build that. Because if we have that kind of clear, where what we want to build, we might have go and build by our own self. For example, if I want like somebody to build a Dex on Ton, like why will not Ton go and just announce it in the public and they'll start building it? We want people to be more creative. We want people to build something that is never there on any chain, or they're like, nobody have ever built it. Imagine someone building first Uniswap. Imagine someone building first Farcaster. Imagine someone building first clicker app on. So these are like innovations. So we don't want people to like tell people like you should build this and that. Like we want people to build something that even we have never imagined. Just like imagine someone building something really cool, and then one day when I'll see this like I should be like, even I cannot think something like this. So that is the main thing we want from people. There is not a specific domain we want to build, in a specific. But yeah, as trend moves, people, we saw a lot of project moving in that direction only. For example, AI or agents getting attention, then many people start building just AI bots and then AI things. If this is moving in the direction of NFTs, then people start building NFT projects. So that should be not the case. If you, for example, if I'll suggest, let's say, we are very much interested into getting AI projects. Imagine I have this statement, and you yourself have a great experience of of being a game builder. So and you are doing it from the last 10 years. So what does it mean? It means you should start building in AI, or does it mean like you cannot build it on top? So the idea is like, you can, it's based on your big background, it's based on your niche, and then you can build it. We are not looking for something very specific. Definitely, if you look at the entire structure of the blockchain, DeFi products were the first product that came on any blockchain, because they are the one who usually support the next generation of product. For example, you cannot have you cannot imagine to build a without a Dex. You cannot imagine someone building pump.fun kind of products, because ultimately the coin will move to the dexes or the pool. So we have these kind of limitations, but yeah, we want people to be more creative. We want people to build something that I think never exists. So that is kind of barrier which people should start thinking, like people should start thinking above that. For example, someone built just clicker app. So basically, I'll tell you this story. So this clicker app was launched in front of me. I was there in Dubai, and they launched this not coin in front of me, and I was the one sitting there and thinking like, there's just a normal game, like how I'm going to like be interested. And then you cannot imagine, like it was the most viral game ever in 7 continent in crypto. Like nobody ever thought of like it can be that big. So imagine the hamster, it was like having like, if I'm not wrong, they have like 240 or 230 million users, and nobody ever did that before. So and even I cannot imagine like these games can be like that big. So we have to be keep these things in mind. Just build something that is like going to be like the next big thing. Don't think of like, it's like whether we are building on DePIN or we are building it on AI. Because you can only fight a battle, in which you are very good at. You cannot fight like a this like arm wrestling with a sword. So if you are good with arm wrestling, then you should definitely try arm wrestling rather than fighting with sword. So yeah, that's my
Yes, not coin and hamster have very big, very huge in Indonesia, Saseng. So the point is we need to be creative, right? And that's the Ton looking for. Is right?
yeah. What?
We need the Ton looking for is we need to be creative, right? It's not depending on all
Exactly.
section. Yeah.
It's not, you have to be creative, and then you have your own skill. Yourself better. For example, I know myself what I can be capable of building. I cannot build something that is there in the trend. Even if I'll try, I'll not be able to build a good product. If I am not good with the gaming, like there's no point of building a gaming project, even if a chain wants it. Because I know I'm not able to build that, because there are people who are like much more experienced, much better than me. I can try, but if I start building in my own direction, then definitely I have more chances to get successful.
Okay, got it. Right. Thank you, Saseng, for answering my question. Wait a minute. Guys, if you have any question, you can drop in the chat and you can ask to Saseng directly. We will wait. We'll waiting.
I think people are liking it or not.
Yeah. Indonesian a bit aside, Saseng.
Yeah. You can write it down there, guys. No need
Aduh.
to.
Is it enough, guys? Come on, guys. This is your big chance to ask directly to Saseng, the referral manager. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I think you should also include a session of session initially, where like you should help, because these are like first time builders. You should have a session on how to think about an idea, how to how to think about an idea, how to get to a good idea, how to eliminate bad ideas. And then if you even if you have any idea, how to proceed with that idea, how to start structuring that idea in your mind, how to pitch that idea to somebody. Because that's is a major important lesson. Maybe many people are very good with building part, or maybe they are very good developers, but if they want to build a project, they need these kind of skills too.
Oh, so your advice is about pitching, right?
No, it's not just about pitching. It's about, like, for example, people are asking questions like, what I can build, or what's the how I can win this hackathon. So it's like, it means you can win an hackathon with a good idea, and how you'll get that good idea, how you will think about that idea. And if I'll think about a good idea, how should I proceed to build that idea? What are the things I should keep in mind while building an idea? And then what's there should be there in my MVP, that will excite the judges, that will be like a good thing. Because many times,
Yeah.
because for the first time builders, it's quite challenging to get this direction in which they should keep on thinking or keep on building.
Yeah, something. Actually, we have offline workshop, hybrid workshop, and
Okay.
it's every Saturday
Okay.
for workshop, and the participant can ask directly to their mentors. They are like what you say. They ask, how about win this hackathon? How about build on ton and so many question. And our hybrid hackathon is we will have for 15 November, three days again.
Okay, guys, join that. It's going to be very helpful for you if you're a first time builder.
Yeah. Sasang, There is one question. Sasang, if you Sasang, if do you attend in this hackathon? India, guys. It's so far. It's too far, I think, for Sasang.
Yeah, guys, we thought of coming to your country, then it's too far for me. It will take a lot of time. I'm a bit occupied, but definitely I love to visit Indonesia. We are like, we as Indians are crazy about going to Bali and then different places in Indonesia. So yeah, definitely I'll definitely want to come to your country, and then yeah, let's plan this, and we will definitely have something there.
Sasang, you have a question from Rian. From Rian. So this
So
is the
yeah, yeah,
question.
Rian,
Yeah.
I think I'm not the right guy to comment on this, about the beer, the bull market, because if I'll be like, in a position like the president of America, I can tell you, like, whether it's going to be a beer market or bull market. But yeah, I don't think I'm that much expert like to predict something like this. But yeah, if you know this, just let me know. Like, my DMs are open for this kind of information.
From Hikari Yuki, India is an underrated country with many smart people. Yes, we agree about that, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any question from you guys to ask directly to Saseng? It's rarely, guys. You need to ask to Saseng.
Also, guys, don't worry, I'll be there. You can just ask me or DM me also. No issue. I love to answer your question, and regarding anything, not just like regarding this particular hackathon. It can be regarding the ton ecosystem. It can be regarding anything. You can contact me on Telegram, you can contact me on LinkedIn or Twitter. So I'll share my TG with you guys, but don't flood this with a lot of scam guys. Don't share it with the people
Beware,
sending me.
guys.
Yeah. Mm. So yeah, this is my TG. You guys can actually, yeah, you can actually message me if you have any issue with that. Also, I've shared my LinkedIn above. You can actually contact me on LinkedIn too, and apart from that, you can contact me on Twitter too. So I'm mostly active on TG and LinkedIn. I love to reply to your answer. And yes.
Saseng, there is one more question from Rainbow. Rainbow. What is the
Okay.
Rainbow question? Why I will translate for you. Wait a minute. Will it be great if DePIN XAI agent, where AI is the brain and DePIN is body, could be integrated with renewable energy so that everything will be free? What do you think, Sasang?
So that is something I guess many people are trying to do. If you can build it, it's going to be like a very good thing. So that's the entire point of having, because as you all know, if you want AI to run independently, that cannot be done without blockchain or DePIN, because you cannot be dependent on certain centralized servers for these kind of stuff. So the main thing is this only, like this is what many people are trying to build. And adding like renewable or sustainable angle is definitely a good thing, but it's a very ambitious project. And yeah, if you can like pull this, then definitely it's a good thing. It's like two different sector, guys. Like you just imagine AI, deep in and renewable energy. If you talk to about it to anybody, obviously they'll get excited, and there is a lot of scope. You can build things in that direction. And if you talk about like in 2200 or like 2000 or like or 2200 or something, this is what people will achieve. This is what people are will be doing, running everything on using renewable resources and using AI agents and then AI in their day-to-day life, and then having all these DePINs and server kind of stuff, or like all this computation, like in a decentralized manner. This is going to be the future.
Thank you, Saseng, for answering the question. Oh, wow. One more question to you.
Yeah.
What from Azza? What do you think about agent-to-agent payment system, letting agents not only pass data but also money?
So yeah, I think you must be aware about X402 protocol, or these kind of protocol that are is very popular these days. So yeah, this is what many people are trying to build. Agent interacting, which either is sending money. If I'm aware, people are building systems like where you can actually send money to, or like payments on a particular date to your employee, just like salary payment kind of solutions. And then, for example, if I'm using certain thing for some credit, and my credits are like exhausted, then definitely one agent can send my money from my one wallet to that particular wallet, because they know like I'll be using it. So these kind of system people are already building it, and yeah, it's a good problem statement. If you think you can build it, like definitely it's the most hot segment right now in crypto space.
So, wow. Thank you, Saseng. Wow. More question from Ramboy. Why isn't it? I will translate to you, Saseng. Azza is answer your question. This from yes sir. This from Ramboy. Saseng, this is the question. Can renewable energy be integrated with the blockchain like Ton so that everything is properly recorded? I think he mentioned about the renewable energy again.
Yeah, guy, I think there are a lot of things that can be done. For example, carbon credit and all this stuff is already people are doing and using blockchain and all. And yeah, you can have a different kind of solution, but like there's a very vast field. You have to be very specific. Renewable energy integrated with blockchain, but in what manner, how you're going to do it, and what the efficiency is going to be. So there are many things you can do it.
You can build many things in renewable energy.
Yeah, it's like a very big segment. You can just it's a kind of open end question. Is like it's like someone saying I want to build a flying car, but you have to give an idea like how you're gonna build it, what kind of use cases you're gonna handle it, and then how you're going to manage it. So yeah, it's definitely we want people to build these kind of solution, but then specifically what in these categories.
Oh, so we need to build a very have a bullet point of our concept, right? About the we if we wanna build in the Web3 itself with the blockchain,
Exactly. So
right?
now you
Oh,
cannot build anything like everything for everybody. You have to start something for like from a very niche user base, thinking a user persona in your mind. You cannot, for example, even if I want to build the any course to onboard Talk developers, I cannot just go and build it for everybody. I need to keep in mind, people having technical background, people who are good with Web 2, or people who are already pro in Web 3. So I mean, I have to have these different persona in mind, and I know the strength of these persona. Then only I can build some product. I cannot just randomly build a product for anybody. So any course, if I, for example, I build, that might be like boring for a expert level guy who already know what blockchain is. And if I build it keeping in mind the expert one, it might not be very interesting for the guy who's been very new to blockchain. So he might be looking for basics, and the guy who might be who is like a pro, he might be looking for some kind of advanced stuff. So I think we should anything that we are building, we should keep in mind to whom we are building it.
Amazing, amazing. We need to build in the town, guys. We need to learn about talk. Talk is new, right?
Yeah.
Mas Saseng, can you once again can you share the resource of a talk?
Yeah, I shared that resource. Okay. Uh, I think I shared that resource with you guys here.
Okay, got it. I will share to DePIN hackathon participants.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saseng. Hey guys, do you have any question? Wow, Rambo have a one question. Wait a second. I will translate to you. Rambo is one of our participants, I think. This is question.
At the end of the day, BNX RW, which focus on anti-corruption issues such as budget funds, property asset, and even road repair funds. I apologize that this is all I can share at the time, but
Yeah, definitely, like it's a good, thing to do, but like you have to be very clear, how you're basically providing, or like how you're actually doing it, because again, because obviously you cannot explain me the entire idea, but just imagine, these are very big buts, like just solving anti-corruption issues, or like budget funds, but how you're solving it, whether it's legally feasible or not, whether you can do it basically, because there are many things that you cannot do, that are not legally possible even if you want to do it. So you have to keep in mind all these legal angles, because many times people say to me, okay, I want to put this data of many these patients onto blockchain so that they can access it anytime, but it's not legally possible. You cannot share medical data of any of your customer to the public. So there's something we cannot do. So yeah, if you're building something, it's a good thing to do, but just keep in mind, how you can actually, whether it's legally possible or not. And yes, you can integrate ton blockchain into this, and this is going to be easy.
You can build it, Rambo. This is new. DePIN X area. Nice idea. Thank you, Saseng, for answering the question. Any question, guys? Wow, almost 2 hours. 10 minutes later, where we can get a certificate. I will responsibility for the a certificate, Alia. Just stay tuned.
Yeah, so this is what you guys are going to get for participating in hackathon, right? So yeah, definitely,
Yes.
guys, you should get this reward, and then definitely you should build something, because whenever you'll have this e-certificate and you're going to show it to anybody, they're going to ask you, what you built there, what was your experience. So if you actually getting this certificate, make sure at least you're building something or getting some knowledge, so that you can actually explain the worth of this certificate to to anybody you are showing that.
Yes, guys. Building first.
Yeah, building first and then showing
Building first.
certificate.
Is there any question, guys? 9 minutes later. Let's finish again. Wow. One more question for Rambo. Rambo is most active participants.
Yeah.
I wait a second, Saseng, I will translate to you.
Okay.
Wait a minute. That's it. One more question from Rainbow. What
Just one.
risk? Yeah, yeah. What risk will he face if he develop this project? I think he mentioned about the DePIN X area, perhaps like the risk of being called by other parties because they cannot longer commit corruption. I think he mentioned about government administration, government system, DePIN X DAO. I think he mentioned about it.
Little like the risk of being caught by the other parties because we can. I don't have the exact, details of your project. Definitely, you can submit it with Pingo team, and then we will discuss it when you'll be in top participant. We'll be discussing it with, and we'll help you. Whether this is like a feasible solution or not, and what kind of risk you will face, whether you should building it. But even if you're thinking it in that direction, it's a good step to go. I'll praise you for that, because there are many complex issues which people are not touching. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, just don't try to solve public issues like with your capacity, what you are going to do. So the things that I think government should do, I think that you should avoid. Just try to build something that can be more into, where you can build business over it, or where you can actually get money over it. Because these kind of projects are like not just hard to build, but like hard to sustain. Because how you are going to get money for running such kind of project for a very long time? You cannot just keep on putting money from your pocket.
Wow. So the Sasang mention is about business model Rainbow for sustainability. Is right, Sasang? We need
What?
to thinking about the business thing, right? Instead of public issues.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine. Ideally, this is something which government should be able to do. So we are not opening an NGO or something. Imagine, you're building something and then you're not actually making business out of it. How you'll run it, how you'll pay to your employees, and how you will basically, get money to follow all the operations and server cost and everything. You need to at least have some kind of business model, around it. You cannot always just, we are not just billionaires. We can put our money into any project and keep it running as like a hobby project for 10 years. That I think we should not do. And also, these kind of projects will not look very good on your profile, because if you're planning to join any company in future, they expect you to think logically. They expect you to think in the direction, because they were the companies will be hiring you to make profits, not the one who will be like using it just because you want to showcase some project.
Focus building, guys. Just focus building. Thank you, Sasing, for answer his question. Guys, is there any answer? There's 4 minutes left. I think there is no any question, Sasang. Sasang, if are you have a closing statement
Yeah, I
for the
think.
participants?
Yeah, guys, I think if you are here, it means you're really serious about something. And, because as far as I can understand, I know when basically I was in my college, or I was in doing my graduation or post graduation, I was not doing anything. I was just, like not participating in any hackathon. I was not doing, any kind of activities. So it means if you're doing this kind of thing, it means you're a bit serious than your, other colleagues and competitors. So it definitely is going to help you to, open, for example, if you talk about this, workshop only, you'll get to know a lot of things, because as a young kid, or as a college graduate, you might be having a lot of, things in your mind, whether I should build this or build that. Now you have some idea, okay, in which direction we should build. So try to attend more and more these kind of workshop, these kind of, hackathons. Definitely you'll get much more, because if you are studying in any college, university, or anywhere, you are doing same what your other folks are doing, and there's something extra you are doing, so that means you have better chances of getting succeeded. So that's my only statement, and you already are doing great, just participating in an, deep in hackathon, and then thinking about it, really serious about participating in the workshop. This is a good sign. So yeah, just keep doing it, keep building it. Just keep this tempo high. Just do random stuff if you are confused, and if you actually don't know, how to be there. Just start at least doing something, and within like 1 year or 1.5 years, you'll be able to connect all those dots. Okay, I started with, this workshop, and then I got this idea, then I moved to this, and then that's how this idea got evolved. So that's how you move in life. You cannot, like, you have to start from somewhere. And since you guys are already starting it, it means you're at a good place. So yeah, just do it. I'll just say, just keep building it, because I don't think I'm that, when I was at your age, I was that sincere, I was that, that courageous to build something. But if you guys are here, it means you are already doing much better than me. So it means you're going to do great things till my age. So all the best to you guys.
Thank you for your statement and motivation, Saseng. Okay, I think I will get the closing remarks. So thank you again, Saseng, for taking the time to explain about a ton about talk, fancy, and tech tea, and also taking the time to answer the participant question. So, guys, as we wrap up today's workshop, let's take a moment to recap what we have learned. We already explored with Sasang how a ton and talk can power DePIN applications. We already learned about smart contract integration in BASIC, and saw how the Ton ecosystem enables a real decentralized infrastructure to come alive with a real use case, like Sasang mentioned. And once again, I want to seriously thank you to Sasang from Ton C Hub for sharing his expertise with us, and to everyone who join or tune in live or will be watching the replay. And thank you for being part of this learning journey. This workshop is one step is on our full search leading up to the Bingo TP Hackathon 2025. This the first TP Hackathon in Indonesia. This come with the 3,700 prize pool. You need to grab, guys. Yes. The next session is 3 days again, workshop the fourth workshop. We'll continue this learning path. So stay tuned for the announcement, and don't forget to register. I'll drop the link. So you can also follow Pingo on X, Tonsi on X, and join our Telegram community to get the latest updates, event schedules, and hackathon tips. On behalf of the Bingo team and the Blockchain Good Alliance, thank you all for joining us today, and thank you very much, Saseng, for mentoring us today. So, guys, my closing statement is just like Saseng, keep learning, keep building, and we will see you soon in workshop, the fourth workshop episode 4. This Jay, signing off from Surabaya. Have a great day, Saseng, and everyone. Thank you very much. guys.
Have a great day, guys. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye. Saseng. Thank you. Thank you, guys. See you later.